What's up, guys? This is D1B Universe, and I'm going to get started on Pokemon Generations Episode 5 and Episode 6 that came out on the same day. Now, the first episode is going to be Episode 5, which is the Legacy, and Episode 6 is going to be the Reawakening. So, yeah, from the thumbnail that I got, we're going to be seeing Silver. I almost called him Gold because I keep getting too confused thanks to a certain thing that I've been reading. But yeah, we're going to get Silver here. I don't know what we're going to get about Silver. And remember, I think I said this in the last reaction that Generation 2 is not my strongest generation considering I never really got to play it. Generation 1 was a thing I got kind of fairly recently in my life, and Generation 2 I'm planning on getting that. Since now I have Gamefly, I can get it without any repercussions of paying $40-something for it. So yeah, that's a plus. But the things I do know about Silver here is that he is apparently the son of Giovanni. If I'm remembering that wrong, I'm sorry. So that's pretty much it. We're just gonna get started, and I'm gonna watch episode 6 in the same video because these are relatively short, so I see no reason to make them separate videos. Unless you're a Ruby Chibi, that's just something I usually do. 3, 2, 1, now. Seeing the stories that we never really got to see before is great. Firo, I'm gonna guess that's a Firo because, you know, a certain bird, it likes to fly around and sparkle, and then we barely get to see it.
You there. Hold on a second.
What do you want?
You know, that is not the voice
National Police.
I would think to come out of Looker here.
Leave me out of it.
There was an incident in Goldenrod City caused by the remnants of Team Rocket when they took over the radio tower.
Don't make any sudden moves.
I do remember Team 4-Star getting to this point, and things happen. I'm not gonna say. Things happen. But it's so weird seeing, like, the serious factor going into Pokemon, especially coming off of the actual anime.
This is a very important message to everybody in Johto. We are Team Rocket, and after 3 years of lying in wait, we are announcing our return today. Boss, Giovanni, if you are hearing this broadcast right now, please come join us.
It is kind of incredible how they're doing this. They're doing this, even though their leader is disbanded.
Of their return, but their little revival went up in smoke once their charismatic leader, an overall unifying force, failed to show up.
And, you know, they just kind of dwindled down a bit.
Long years since Giovanni disappeared. He completely vanished. But we haven't stopped looking for him. He's still out there somewhere, and he's plotting his return. That's why I want you to tell me everything that you know.
No, Giovanni, great trainer, epic boss, one of the best. A horrible father.
The job.
The last time I saw him was 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Father of the year here, man. I haven't seen my father in 10 years.
He finally returned to the Viridian Gym after a long time away, and he lost badly to 2 of the trainers.
Father!
But what? Oh, that's an interesting wear.
You're leaving? You're running away because you lost to a couple of trainers?
Hey, they were 10 years old and tough.
You said you were the strongest in the whole wide world!
You can't move forward if you're unable to accept defeat.
True.
In order to create a stronger organization, I need to be alone now.
So
Yes, that means no son.
As many people as you want, but you can still lose to a lone kid!
Gathering a large group
Hey,
of people
10 years old means adult, young
is a
man.
source of strength. That's the power of organizations.
Yes.
However, I failed to utilize my men to their fullest potential. One day, I promise, I will revive Team Rocket.
I don't get it!
You know,
I don't understand what you're saying at all!
I would like to have this to be, like, somewhat
I
connected.
don't want to understand!
I'd like to see Team Rocket show up in Sun and Moon. That'll be epic.
Because you've gathered up a bunch of followers, even though you're weak on your own! I'm never gonna be like that! I'm gonna be strong all on my own!
Yeah, I hate you, Dad.
That was the last time I saw my old man.
I understand, no? I mean, my dad was a crime boss bent on world domination of sorts. I wouldn't say world domination.
Since then, I've made it here on my own. Doing things my way.
And how's that turned out for you?
Together with my Pokemon.
How many times have you lost to Tantor at this point? I mean gold.
So you're about to challenge the Pokemon League. If you find out anything about your father, would you give me a call?
Sure. I don't have your number.
I don't know. I've made the choice to stay out of my old man's affairs. Likely he's doing the same thing. Besides, it's your job to find him.
Yeah, why do you need my help? DC's determined. Just like Blue, now we have his reasons of going to the league and his particular backstory. Hopefully the next episode I get to see how he beats this league, I guess. But I'm gonna guess that's probably not the case, but I'll figure it out because I'll get to the actual episode. But before I actually get into it, let me just talk a little bit about this one. Again, Generation 2, not my strongest suit, but it is interesting to see, well, what Silver had to go through and his real connection, because it wasn't in Crystal, or, you know, the first Generation 2 games, before they got rebooted into the Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we didn't get a flashback involving Giovanni and Silver. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't played Generation 2. This is just me going off of stuff that I've heard off the internet, and you know how the internet's so reliable when it comes to information. So, with that, we got more of a flashback beyond a flashback, or at least maybe this is the flashback that they animated in this way, and you get this flashback in the games. I don't know. Tell me if they did. If this is supposed to be like a different flashback that was told in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, or not. It's still an interesting take on how they can take something from a game and put it into like an actual anime setting, or put more context into something that we kind of need to know more about, especially with Giovanni. Because as far as I know, again, I may have watched the anime, but last time I heard about particular main bad guys, one jumped into time and space and just left there, and now we haven't seen him for a while. Another guy is just like disbanded, and the other guy such and such. The other one got like vaporized in his final bout with X and Y, and stuff like that. But with Giovanni, he seems like a character that could come back and do something. And considering that Sun and Moon has Team Skull, and Team Skull is reminiscent of sorts of Team Rocket, at least when it comes to their current goal that we currently know, but it could be something more. I like to see Giovanni like kind of cooperate with that, even though they're kind of different in certain ways, but I would still like to see it, because they got difference between gangsters and gangstas, which I've been hearing about. I didn't even know there was a difference until they told me, so whatever. So we're just going to get started in the next one, and this is going to be the Reawakening. 3, 2, 1 now. Since this is Generation 2, and I hope they didn't get to Generation 3 yet, I hope to do see, like, Lugia or Ho-Ho here. I mean, how many times in the anime have we actually seen Ho-Ho, or in a movie?
My name is
besides the beginning of Pokemon.
Journey in search of a Pokemon called Suicune.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
During my research of all the legends
from
surrounding the
Team 4-Star,
I became fascinated with a tale told in Ecruteak City, recounting the unfortunate fate of 3 particular Pokemon.
Are you gonna say what they are, or are you just gonna... Because series are around, and I've also seen, like, confirmations of certain things, but I want to hear it from your mouth, man.
I saw it one time. It was as if it sensed my desire to make it appear, and it was definitely Suicune.
Yeah, but it keeps seeing,
to meet you again,
Gold, and not you.
I want you to be able to believe in people once again.
Ugh.
The structure known as the Burned Tower was once a beautiful place.
Wait,
admired,
the Burned Tower?
Exquisitely furnished.
That's,
It was a time
of
constant war.
So there were 3 dogs.
When the tower caught fire, 3 nameless Pokemon perished, engulfed by the flames.
Unless that's just a placeholder, because I heard there were EVs for some reason. I don't really believe that. But those look like regular dogs to me. The only kind of dog Pokemon that I truly remember is Houndour and other...
Went out. A sparkling rainbow came down from the sky.
Oh, hey, Ho-Ho, you vermilion bird, son of a gun.
Yes, they say it was the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh.
Now this is straight up interesting. Oh man, the word of the day. I love that word so much. Man. Look at my almighty epicness.
Astounding. Ho used its rainbow-colored shining power to restore the 3 Pokemon that perished in the fire.
Oh, that it made them
He
legendaries.
began to call these Pokemon Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. However,
are you kidding me?
people feared the power of the Pokemon that had manipulated life and tried to suppress it with violence.
Whoa! Instead of taking them out because you know you can, you just run away. That's good. Was that you when you were a kid? You've changed, which I'm pretty sure it's not. I know it's not, but it made it look like that.
As if they felt sorrow over the people's reaction to them.
And that's why it only showed itself for one kid and never showed up again.
It has also been said that once they feel they can trust people again, they will return. How I long for that day. I want to tell them that people are no longer afraid of them, that they've nothing to fear.
Yes, instead being captured by an unworthy opponent because they have a Master Ball, but okay. I just like how Suicune kind of like trolls him a bit all the time. Oh, cool. Again, I don't know about Generation 2, but it would be kind of cool to like go inside that building and then find like a Ho-Ho feather. That would be like one of the most epic things to know, because now you know how it got there, or something like that. Again, haven't played Generation 2, I'm sorry, but once we get to Gen 3 in these shorts, I'll understand basically everything, because that's where I started in my Pokemon journey. Generation 3 was the first Pokemon game that I ever had. I think it was Ruby that I ever got. Then I went over to Emerald, and I didn't play Sapphire until Mega, I keep saying that, Alpha Sapphire came out. And basically that's it. That's my take. And then I played every other game since. So yeah, a good Generation 2 was. I knew going into Generation 2 when it came to these shorts, I just knew things were gonna be bad. I think by the time we got to, I think it was a bad sign once I got to Wooper. You know, Wooper, that Pokemon that I thought was just water type, but apparently had a ground typing into it. So of course he would be immune to electric types because of that. Which, okay, and don't talk to Josh, because he questions the logic and science of Pokemon when it comes to like electric not affecting ground or something like that. But yeah, these are great shorts nonetheless, and can't wait until the next few. I would like a scheduling, because I didn't know there would be a 2-episode upload on that day, so it kind of caught me off guard. And so, all right, this is Do You Want to Be Universe. I'm gonna get started on other things, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.